Good morning. My name is Thomas Warden. This is the Morning Motivation. We come in here every morning from everybody across the world to bring out messages of inspiration and good words and thoughts that you can give to yourself. And we started our day by saying thank you for this wonderful life that we have and everything that we have within it on a now time-space reality of today. Everything that I have within my life and everyone that's in my life, I say thank you for each and every one of them. I give the gratitude for it, and that gets me into the mode of receiving everything that will be coming to me today. And the best part about today, just like I wanted to start this meeting this morning, is living in the now moment, in the today now. We're not worried about what's happening tomorrow. We're not worried about what happened yesterday. We woke up and gave thanks for today and living within that now moment of today. Rolls Royces weren't built in a day. The nice fine leather that we talked about a minute ago of that vehicle that is being built, that's hand stitched in the leather. Beautiful vehicle that is being created a little bit at a time by the respect and the honest work from someone like you, a physical person, that is giving their quality time to building that. So each day that you get up and you go to that mirror and you tell you that you love you, that you are an awesome person, that you will be able to create and do the things that you want today that makes you happy. What are you doing right there? You're creating and molding a new version of you every day that you get up and give yourself those words. Every day that you get up, you're making a better bottle of wine that sits on the shelf for years and years and years, and it gets better by age. But guess what? We get better by experiences that we go through on a day-to-day basis. We get better by the situations that we go through every day. We get better within ourselves that makes us more mature and makes us a more well-rounded person in every situation and everything that we do within life. The way we treat ourselves is the way we're going to treat other people. The way we think of ourselves is the way we're going to think of other people. So give yourself the good words on a day-to-day basis. Give yourself the good energy on a day-to-day basis. And guess what? Once you start mastering that within yourself, and then you can wake up and know that nobody else is going to be able to affect you. No other situations out there during that day is going to be able to affect you unless you allow it to. So what you bring into your life and the situations that you're going through, you are the one that has put you in those situations. You are the one that is going to have to deal with that situation. You know, so if it's something that you are going through, then guess what? You have to fight those demons. You have to figure out what process or what habits you need to shift just a little bit to change that process of life that you're going through. Because if you wake up on a day-to-day basis and 1 year from now you're still dealing with that same situation, guess what? You did not take control of that fear. You did not take control of that situation. All you did was kind of pass it off and just say it'll get rid of itself. No, it won't, until you turn around and look at it and say, you know what? I don't want you in my life. I don't want this in my situation anymore. So the only way I'm going to shift it is by me doing something different. So what did I do? I started picking up some books, shifted my life a little bit, diving into some trainings that I have never been in before. To do what? To make me a better person, to get me better knowledgeable in the things that I talk about on a day-to-day basis. So the only way that I'm going to get better with anything that I go through in life or anything is getting into the training, getting into the books, getting into some knowledge that's going to increase me to make me better every day. So the same thing with you guys right there. What habits are you willing to give up to make you a better person? Because if you want a better physical body, then don't complain about it when you're sitting on the couch with the remote control and a bag of chips. You need to change that habit and go to the gym. Now you shifted that energy right there just a little bit. You changed that habit. Now that physical body will start getting into that shape that you're wanting it to. And then guess what? You're going to have to stay dedicated to it because it's not going to happen overnight. I've never found anybody that goes to the gym and by within 30 days, they're looking so much better and bigger and buffer. Guess what? It's going to take another 30 days and another 30 days and another 30 days. And then before you know it, you have changed a whole new habit within your life. And then what are you going to be able to release when you go to the gym right after work? You're going to be able to release that day's stress. You're going to be able to release all the negative energy that was around you that day from the people and the situations that you went through, instead of bringing that negativity and all that pissed offness to the house. And now it makes for a bad relationship with you and your wife and you and your kids. Now go to the gym, release that stress. Get your body in better energy. Now get you into a better focus because you was able to meditate during that little time frame as well. And now you get yourself into a better alignment. So now when you go home, guess what? You're going to be a better mate. You're going to be a better father. You're going to be a better husband. whatever it is in life. Why? Because you was able to release the stress, and all you did was change a habit by that much. So same thing if you're wanting to increase your knowledge to be better in the career that you're in, or the career path that you're chosen, that you're wanting to go into. I wanted the online world, so what did I do? I dove into it. Did I know how to do it before? No. I was one that was always out in the field and boots on the ground. I was that person that was in the construction site, always walking around and not sitting behind the computer screen. So what did I have to learn when I needed to shift my life? I had to dive into the computer and learn something. So what did I do? I dove into the mentors that showed me and guided me the entire way. So now that's how it has assisted me to be able to do these morning motivations, to assist and guide others to do what? Shift that mind process just a little bit, because it was a hellacious process going from working for someone else to now working for myself. And I knew it wasn't going to be just an overnight process, so it took a few months, yes. So what did I do? I still learn on a day-to-day basis to make myself better in that career path that I'm going through, because I had to shift my entire career path that I was in before for 26 years to something new because of my physical body. So if you're looking for something more in life, guys, reach out to someone who is doing that is what you're interested in, and then get some mentoring, get some guidance from them. And then know on a day-to-day basis, even if you're not looking to change your career path, but you want to change your thought process, well, then that's where you would come into here. Because we're going to tell you that when you say, I can't do something, well, guess what? We're going to tell you can, because it is all a mental block. It's a wall that you have put up that we're going to show you how to break it down. And we're going to show you how you can step out and shine your light and that power that you have within, and have the knowing that I am working on this every day, working on me on a day-to-day basis. I wake up and believe in me because I go to that mirror and I know I have fought off those demons every day, and I've given gratitude to what's coming for me now. And the universe works very well with me because I stay within that path. I stay within that focus and that journey. And every day, once I get up and I give that to them, and I go to bed each night and I give that same gratitude back to them, then they know that I am ready to receive the information and knowledge that they are going to bring to me while I'm sleeping in my meditation state, in that alpha state. And now once I wake up, I'm on my beta state and I'm ready to roll. You know why? Because the higher powers work with me on a day-to-day basis, and they work with just as well as y'all, as long as you tap into it. And once you tap into it, then you know you have it. You'll have the energy. Ryan is finally tapping into more of it, and he has broke out of his shell and is now seeing more of that energy that we keep talking about. He has been coming in here with us every day for 7 months and reading passages from books that he has been reading, and now he's giving messages out to the world just as well. Why? Because he stepped out of his fear. He stepped out of his comfort zone, knowing that he is a higher power now, and that he can bring that same energy back to the world just like we do every day. Just like everybody you see in here, every person that you see on this pictures that you see right now that is recorded in this YouTube channel. And then you're going to be able to hear their messages, and you'll be able to see how they shifted their life and their energy just as well to do something more for them, to make them a better person, and to be able to bring their heart and their love out to the world to be able to shine just as well. Why? Because we are a worldwide community that has shifted our entire life and wanting more for us. So those that are looking for more, reach out to anybody that you see on here. And I promise you, we will all be able to guide you and shift you into a new life pattern that you're looking for. And it is a fun journey as long as that's what you desire. Because we're not asking you to build our dreams or our empires, because we're building ours. We're asking you to step out of you and step into your dreams and your desires and your path that you want it to go on. How are you going to make you a better person to bring what you like to the table? Your passions to the table, because I promise you there's more people out there that probably like something just like you. And once you get a bunch of like-minded together, just like we have right here this morning, everybody in here is looking and has shifted their life and their energy. So everybody in here can give you a different perspective of life. For no matter what situation that you're going through, there's always a different perspective. To look at the positive side of it, not dwell on the negative of it. Look at the better outcome that's going to come from this on down the road. We may not be able to see what's coming. We may not know when we're going to pass away or when the first $1 million is going to hit the bank account. But I tell you what, everybody that you see in here, and you that's probably watching just as well, you're already millionaires. Because if you have a roof over your head, you have clothes on your back, you have food in your belly, you have loved ones around you, then guess what? You're already rich, rich beyond measures. So all you have to do is just say, I want the rest of it to come to me, and I'm ready to receive it. And then guess what? All you have to do is step back and say, thank you. Don't ask how it's coming, and don't ask when it's coming. Because if you try to make it happen, it won't happen. And if you try to put a time date on it, guess what? It's not going to happen, because it's not going to happen in your time frame that you want it to. It's going to happen when the universe gives it to you, when they think you're ready to receive it. When they feel that you have the energies and you're ready to receive that needs to come to you, then guess what? It will flow to you. But if they see that you still have resistance up, then guess what? It's not coming. You have to be able to say thank you. Good day to have good energy. Wow. Good day to be in here with y'all. It's a good day to be able to be alive and up on the top side of the ground and have a heartbeat, and to know that the love that I have within me, and that I have so much love that I can give out, that makes me the richest person in the world. Who listens to the country music? That song, The Millionaire. If you haven't heard it yet, check it out, by Chris Stapleton. It's a good song, because I have a woman and her eyes shine so bright, and she has given me nothing but love in my life. And so is my family and my mom, my son, my sister, and everyone in here. The love that I receive so much each day, I know that I have love that I can pass right back out, because I'm going to get more and more each day. So get up and know that you have love within you that you can give out to somebody else. And it could start with a smile. It could start with just a hello. How are you doing today? Simple things like that shift people's lives tremendously, and you never even know it. Whew. All right, I'm going to open it up. Open up the floor. Anybody got anything that they want to chat about this morning?
Well, Thomas, I'm just kind of, piggyback off of the concept of transforming ourselves, that renewing of the mind, so we live differently, so we react differently, so we perceive things differently, so we are literally restructuring things differently and not operating in the ways of the past. If you've had something that was successful, by all means, keep it. But if you know that there's a lot of areas that you need to continue to work on and be changed in, then you have to really be intentional and take it upon yourself to, work towards that transformation. And working for that transformation, you begin to see, things come into fruition. You begin to see things, you begin to realize things differently, catch that revelation of life from a different perspective. And, you have those light bulb moments in life. You could have multiple light bulb moments in one day, but it's just taking, it's that slight shift, but being intentional about your days, being intentional about how you're spending your time, what you're investing yourself into, those things are extremely important so that transformation can take place. We're all trying to grow, we're all trying to mature, and become that better version of us every single day. If you're aggressive with it, within yourself, you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for anybody else but you. But in that, you'll begin to see you begin to bring value to other people, because of your transformation, and other people poke at you and do exactly what Thomas was just saying. Kind of, they'll notice that change in you. So people start noticing the change, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up with so and so? Why are they happy out of nowhere? Why are they always smiling? Why are they being so positive?" They're normally a lot louder, or they're rowdy or whatever, or they living in a funk, or they're always like this. Lately I've been noticing they're extra happy, they're extra smiley, something different about them. Blah blah blah. Well, let's hope that people notice those changes, within us. It's just important to be intentional about how we spend our time, because that's where that transformation takes place. If you're intentional, we're not gonna, nothing's gonna happen like this in the split of a finger. It's just not. That's being realistic. It's not gonna happen that way. As much as we would love for it to happen in that frame, we implement the magic. It's not actual magic. The magic is in you working towards becoming that better version of yourself. That's where the magic happens. That's where you discover who you truly were created to be, as an individual, as a person, becoming that better version of yourself. If I look at it like this, if I'm working towards my better version here on earth, and then when I do pass away and die, and I'm in my glorified body, It's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a beautiful thing, man. You know, if I'm working towards that here on earth, you know, at that, so that way I could be the best version of myself here. And then my time comes where my time is for me to pass, you know, hey, I'm going to be living in my glorified body. That's going to be a great thing. So it's okay.
And that's good, though, because right now, like you said, we're making this physical body our glorified body. You know, because we're here, he gave us the breath to be able to come and be in the physical form to enjoy Mother Nature and Mother Earth itself. And now we're here being able to create and make memories and bring things back up there to this source energy with us. And that's the only thing that we're going to take is those memories. And then everything that we can enjoy here on a day-to-day basis that makes us happy, then that's what it's all about. You're taking the happiness back with you, because I promise you, once you pass over, you're not going to be remembering the things that you dwelled on that made you so pissed off while you were here on this earth. We are the ones that put that into us, and we are the ones that can release that and know that we don't have to have that in our life. So everyone has a different level of success, or what they think success is as well. You know, because some people think that they need the big mansions, they need the big cars, and they need the fancy boats and all this stuff. That's just monetary things that they have found in this lifetime that has made them happy, more happy, right? But are they truly happy with inside? Probably not. But yet the higher stance of money that you find, or the different journeys that I have taken, I have found that the less that I have had on those journeys, I've had the nice houses, the beautiful, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 square foot homes, 4 or 5 bedrooms, 2 or 3 baths. I've had the nice cars. I've had the hot rods. I've had the motorcycles. I've had the boats. Was I truly happy? No, that was just something else at that time frame that I enjoyed doing at that moment. But was it something that I needed in my life? Probably not. Because there's a lot of things that I bought. My family said, I can't believe you're even buying that. It's like, you know what? I'm only living once, so I'm going to try it. I'm going out of this world without regrets. But yet there's a lot of things that I wasted money on. Yes, I have. But now that I have figured out how not to waste my money, how to invest my money correctly for the longer longevity of life, because, you know, I really didn't think I'd make it to 50. I'm here at 46, not 45. I gave the wrong date out the other day, but I still like 45. It looks better on me. So we're going to keep it. Yep. So, but knowing every level of success, whatever you did to accomplish wherever you got you today, just remember who did that for you. It wasn't handed to you. It come from your blood and sweat and tears to get the things that you want in your life, the things and the situations that you went through, the emotions that you went roller coaster that you've been up and down to get you to the person that you are today. Now just know you can have better control over that roller coaster. It doesn't have to be. Go ahead,
Thomas. I was listening to some Jim Rohn this morning, and he was just he was basically saying how our words to ourselves can be godlike. You know, and he used the example of when God created man, he breathed life into you know, to man, and man became. You know, he goes in that exact same way. If we're created in his image, then we operate under those exact same principles. So in that, we can become like gods to ourselves, not in worship or things of that nature, but in speaking things into existence, in changing our situation, you know, and changing and reframing how we operate, and reframing our realities and what we know for reality to be today. You know, if we speak something into existence and then we follow that with action behind it, you know, and working towards the things that we're speaking towards, not contradicting ourselves or shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, you don't say one thing and then do something else that completely contradicts what you're speaking about, you know, especially towards yourself. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, you know. But actually doing that, we become like gods in our own words and our own verbiage, you know, and as a result, we begin to believe that, because that's something that's connected to that as well. You know, do you actually believe the things that you're saying? You know, do you think that it's possible? Do you actually believe that you can do what you desire you want to do?
because if you don't,
Yeah, reality questions, man. You know,
because if you don't believe within you, and if you don't believe that it can actually happen, then guess what? It's not going to. You know, I believe in me and every day. I believe in everything that I do every day, because why? I wake up and I tell myself it's going to happen. Why? Because I'm going to implement it today, and I'm going to chase after, and I'm going to make my accomplishment a reality. You know, my task that I want, I'm going to make it a reality. Why? Because I believe in me and I know my physical strengths. If it's something that I can't do and I know I can't do, guess what? I'm calling somebody who does that for a living, and then I'm going to watch it be done. So what did I do? I still implemented and leveraged somebody else's abilities to do it. So I still implemented to make action happen. So just know each day what you're doing to go towards you is going to go that far is if you believe within you first. Believe within you and know that there is a higher power within you and all around you all day long. But if you don't get up and believe within you first, it will never happen. Because if you're writing a book right now and you say, well, I just got writer block. No, you don't have writer's block. You just put up a block. So the more times that you say, well, I got a block, there goes another block on that wall that's coming up around you. And each time you say that, you're building another wall, saying, I've got writer's block. I can't write. No, you just put up a wall to say that you can.
I
So,
think it goes back to what you originally say, in us being co-creators. We are the created, but we also have the power to create within ourselves, and create through change within ourselves.
yes, because nothing will shift unless you shift. So wherever you're at now, just know that you can take a step left or a step to right. And guess what? You have shifted your entire frequency and your entire energy, your entire focus in your path. You got out of that vibration line. Now let's move over here to this one and see if that one's more of my flavor today. Ah, there it is. All right. So I just stepped left in the mirror and now I'm looking at the other guy. And now it's like, aha, there you are. I'm going to dive deep into you for a moment, and we're going to break this down right quick, and we're going to tell everything that's within me and demons and gremlins and anything else that might be lurking within inside of me today. Get rid of you. You're gone. So everything that you do today, guys, you're going to do it with intention, within belief, within you, within your heart, and you know that you're going to have the knowledge and the physical ability to be able to take care of it all. And that's all that has to be done. That's simple. And when you go to bed tonight, just go in reverse. Say thank you and give gratitude for everything that you was able to accomplish today and what you did get done. And if you wasn't able to get the complete goal done today, guess what? You're going to have tomorrow. So you're never going to get it all completed. You'll never get it all right. But guess what? You have tomorrow to try it all over again. Unless it's your time to go, and then it's really wasn't worth, it's not even worth thinking about anymore than it. Yeah. So we're here today. So enjoy the day. And know that tomorrow is another day that you'll be able to start all over. And then you have the power of the pen to start writing all over, because guess what? It's a new sunrise. It's a new opportunity. And you're just going to get up and enjoy it every day. Go ahead, Brother JJ. Go ahead, JJ.
There's something that as I've been sitting here listening to this morning's conversation, some things have come through my brain cell that I figured might as well put out there for you. Julio said just a minute ago that we can't make things happen with the snap of a fingers. And, the truth is, it makes me think of the book, Think and Grow Rich. In that book, he says something that I've always found to be very interesting and profound. And I think being around here just kind of helps solidify that notion that he talks about. And that is that there's really only one thing in this world that we have absolute and complete control over. There's only one thing. Everything else can be controlled by other people and other situations and whatever. And that one thing is our thoughts. And, the truth of the matter is you might not be able to change your situation. You might not be able to change your finances. You might not be able to change your job. You might not be able to change all these different things in your life with the snap of a finger. But the truth of the matter is the one thing you can change with the snap of the finger is your thoughts. And, this is something that I've been working with for years and years, ever since I first read that book. And, being around here and always getting this positive mindset, positive thought process, and then trying very diligently to put all this stuff to work in my life, because we go through frustrating experiences on a day-to-day basis because other people do come into our lives and situations come into our lives that frustrate us and that kind of stuff. But how we deal with all those situations is completely up to us. Whether we allow that, whatever happens, somebody that's in a bad mood, whether we allow them to put us in a bad mood, that's our choice. That's something that we can determine with a snap of the fingers, whether we want to allow that to happen or not. And so if you choose that you're not going to allow that kind of stuff to happen, then it's not going to happen. If you choose that you are going to let it happen, then it's going to happen. And so the best way to put yourself in a positive mindset is to just always try to remember, always try to keep it in the back of your head that you can control your thoughts, and it's the only dang thing in this world that you can truly control. So always work on that. It's a tough thing. It really is. It's a battle that constantly goes on from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. And it's all about looking yourself in the eye and telling yourself that you can do better, that you are better, that you do love yourself, that you are going to be positive regardless of what comes at you. And that you understand that, it's your decision. So many people are in this mindset that it's somebody else's fault. And that mindset just drives me batty because it's so prevalent out there in our society today that it's whatever the problem is, that's somebody else's fault. That's not me. It wasn't my fault. That was someone else's fault. Whatever they did to me, that's what did whatever happened or whatever, when in reality, when we've said this many a time, when you're pointing that finger, you remember that there's 3 fingers right here that are pointing back at you. And the sooner that you come to grips with this basic reality, the better off you're going to be, and the faster you're going to reach whatever goals you have, whatever dreams you have, whatever kinds of things you want in your life. You got to realize that it's all up to you. And so, snap of the fingers. It's going to be a great day, kids. What do you?
That's it.
JJ, I don't know if you're aware of this. So the word actually says that we're able to take our thoughts captive. The word says that. It says that in 2 Corinthians 5:10. It says that exactly. It says that we are literally able to take our thoughts captive. So we, in taking our thoughts captive, if something is contradictory to what we want, to what we're speaking, to what we're trying to seek out and manifest, then we can take that thought captive and say, this doesn't belong here. This is not how I should be operating. This is not how I should be thinking. So that is correct, my brother.
Yeah, I could be looking at this situation I'm going through right now with this big wood job that I'm doing, and I could be sitting here moping and crying and bitching up a storm about the fact
like you did last time. We know.
Yeah, or I could say, I get the opportunity to go do this, to create this, and as I take pictures of the process as it goes along, I'm actually going to be creating something that's absolutely beautiful that 50 years from now will still look absolutely incredible. And my customer will always have a big smile on her face every time she walks into her house. And she'll always remember how I did the right thing, how I took care of her when nobody else would. And so it's all about how you look at it. I could look at it, how much it hurts and all that, how much work I have to do, or I could look at the tremendous opportunity that's in front of me. And I choose to look at the tremendous opportunity that's in front of me and go get it done, get it done. And with that snap of the fingers, make it happen and then move on to the next journey, the next opportunity. So that's the direction I'm going to go with it.
Brother Ryan, you had something?
Yes, I do. Actually, I'm kind of late getting here this morning. I had a late night. I was at a concert and didn't get home till 3 a.m. So I didn't have anything picked out, but just got inspired there when JJ mentioned Think and Grow Rich and exactly what we're talking about. So I got a little thing I'll bring from Think and Grow Rich this morning, which ties into exactly what we're saying. Nature has so built man that he has absolute control over the material which he reaches in his subconscious mind. Through his 5 senses, although this is not meant to be constructed as a statement, that man always exercises this control. In the great majority of instances, he does not exercise it, which explains why so many people go through life in poverty. So just something quick, but yeah, kind of like you said, I dealt with it last night, and you say it all the time about people watching Thomas. I was at the concert and just hearing conversations, and people are just so angry about their situations and just not willing to do anything about it. So that inspired me there, JJ, and of course, everyone here this morning. Great to be here, and have a great day, everyone.
Hey, thank you, and glad you enjoyed the concert last night. And now that you're getting a little bit more in tune with the frequencies and vibrations, you start to feel it and listen and hear it more when you're out in society. And then, like you said, you will feel and hear everybody do what? Nothing but bitch and bellyache about things in life. And then that's what I said a minute ago. What are you doing to shift it? That's the only question I asked them. And they look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? I hear you complaining about the weight. I hear you complaining about the job. I hear you complaining about this. I heard you do nothing but complain for the last 20 minutes as we're standing here. The only question that I need to ask is anybody is if you are one that is in here this morning complaining about something that's going on in life, what are you doing to shift your habits, or what are you doing to shift that energy? Because if you're wanting something different, then you are the only one that can make it happen. You're the only one, like JJ said, can put the thought process to it and then change that thought process to a whole different direction. So what are you going to do to change your words just a little bit? The words that you're giving to yourself first, not whatever you're giving to someone else, but what words are you giving to you to shift your thought process just a little bit? And then what habits were you getting up on the morning time, and what was you doing that's not bringing your life in the direction that you want, and what could you be doing? So if something's not happening in your life the way you want it, then what do you need to do in the morning time? Do you need to change your routine just a little bit? Instead of getting up at the last minute, hitting that alarm clock, and then running out the door and then rushing to work and then being late on, this, that, and the other. Do you need to get your butt up just a little bit earlier? Cook yourself a better breakfast instead of stopping at a store and wasting $10, $12 at a gas station on your way to work. And then you're complaining about you have no money at the end of the week. Well, how much money can we find probably that you have wasted because you haven't shifted your habits? And once you start shifting some of those habits, the good ones and the bad ones just a little bit, then you will see a different you. You will see a different life around you. You will see different energy start coming around you. Why? Because once you start removing yourself from negative people and negative situations, negative energy in life, you will find that your circle is going to become a whole lot smaller. Why? Because you're not the one paying for the beer at the bar room anymore because you didn't go to the bar room. So now you're going to lose those that was coming to the bar room to mooch off of you because you had the extra money to pay for the beer or the pool table or whatever you were there doing. And
that's a lot of money saved, Thomas. It's a lot of money saved right there.
A lot of money saved just by not going to the bar room after work. So if you say, well, my house is empty, I don't have a wife and kids at home, I'm a single man. Good. Now let's take that energy and focus to something else that's going to do better for you and the longevity of life instead of wasting that money that's going nowhere for you. Let's show you how to invest your time and your energy into something more than just getting by attitude. I'm not an average person anymore. I have shifted my entire energy, and where I'm not running on that average plane of just getting up and just getting by and just getting a paycheck on a day-to-day basis. And then do what? Complain about just getting a paycheck and just enough to pay my bills, just enough to have the groceries on the table, and I got an extra 25 or 50 bucks left over for the entire week to live off of, to get back and forth to work. I remember many of days like that, to where I was wasting my money in so many different locations because I didn't know how to financially take care of my money because my family, my mom and my dad, let's put it that way, were not someone who taught me how to control money. The teachers, the schooling that I went to, they did not teach me how to control money. They just walked me through the process, got me that stamp of graduation. Here you go. You're out the door. You got a diploma. Now what do? I don't know. There's the world. Go figure it out. Is exactly what everybody told me. Go find your path. Go find your journey. Go find what you want in life. So that's what I had to do. And then what did I do? I blew a lot of money, made a lot of good money, but I blew a lot of money as well because I didn't know how to maintain it. So once you learn how to maintain your money, then you will start being able to maintain a better life, and a life without bitching and belly aching. Because why? You now have better direction and better focus on what you want and how you can achieve it. That's the best part. achieve your success every day. Go ahead, Angie.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm loving this subject today because I watched that Netflix Heal, and I recommend everybody watch it. It's HEAL, Heal, and it's amazing. And there was one part I actually took notes down. I stopped it and took notes down. But it was 9 factors to radically change your health, and it's 9 common factors that they have found through their documentary, through their research, of these 9 things that everybody has in common when they want to radically change their health. So I'm just going to share those quickly with you. Radically changing your health, using herbs and supplements, following your intuition, releasing suppressed emotions, increasing positive emotions, embracing social support, taking control of your health, deepening your spiritual connection, and having a strong reason for living. And it's something that we talk about in here on a daily, and all those things. Like, I mean, there were people that, you know, like your friend Bill Powers with stage 4 cancers, and they took a deeper look within themselves and found what I guess wasn't settled in themselves, and were able to change that within like weeks. This one lady, within a week, she went from having stage 4 cancer to not having cancer. And it was her change of mind, her change of all these different things, and really getting deep within herself. So I love this subject, absolutely. And I really recommend everyone take a look at that Netflix Heal. It's awesome.
Thank you. Definitely, guys. I see tips and tricks passed out every day by different things that is learning across this world, because we all have different ways that we're teaching ourselves, or our mentors or our coaches are guiding us, you know, whatever we're watching. And what is she doing? She just found something right there that is just passed out to y'all, that is something else that you could actually absorb a little bit in here and understand what we're talking about even better. You know, because a lot of people who do watch this in the morning times or come here on the replays, I get a lot of messages saying, you know, I loved your message today, but I really didn't understand it for me, this, that, and the other. Why? Because they have so many walls that are still put up. It took me many years to break down these walls that I have within me. It has taken everybody in here many years and many months of working on themselves on a day-to-day basis to break down their self-doubts and their fears and their everything that they have built up the walls around. You know, whether it was the relationship side or financial side or the career side, whatever it was, everybody that you see in here, we have started breaking down those walls to get better in tune with us on a day-to-day basis, the power that we know that we have within, and then that we can create. Because like Julio said a minute ago, we are all co-creating in here this morning, the different energies that we are bringing together, the different knowledge that we bring together. And when we host these meetings that aren't on a recorded Zoom, we may have conversations that dive deeper, like Angie said, within us. And then it brings out better information and tips and tricks for each and every one of the team members to be able to go in and implement something into their life that could shift them into a whole different direction. And that's what this is all about. We're a worldwide social media network of people across the world that has shifted our lives and our energies and our thought processes all together to get better in tune with us, to be able to bring this value back to each and every one of you in the morning times here. And why do we do this? It's because we have so much love within us that if we don't share it out, it will probably explode us. So that way I can get here in the morning and I can bring out my love and my experiences and the things that I'm going through and the things that I have done within my life that has kept me out of the darkness, or let's say brought me out of the darkness. And that way I can be here on a day-to-day basis to pass a message, because I know my true purpose now is to not sit back and be a hermit and to just ride around my truck and just be a safety consultant anymore. With this right here has brought me a whole new area of my life of better purpose and better drive of what I can bring back to the world. Because that was my biggest question that I had all the time, is why am I here and what is my bigger purpose? So they have showed me why I'm here. And now the bigger purpose is all starting to unfold. And with each and every person that I get an email from, and each and every person that I get to touch, whether it's one person that I get to shift somebody's energy in the morning time, or whether it's thousands. So whether I'm standing on a stage at some event hall doing the same speeches to corporations around the world, or to just a few, it doesn't matter. I know my higher purpose of what I need to bring back to the table, and that is how you can shift your life and your energies just as well. All right.
Well, I don't know about you. I mean, you know, Thomas just stated, I don't know about you all, but I get up every morning like, whose lives do I get to change today? Who do I get to inspire? Who do I get to encourage? Who do I get to motivate? You know, and you guys could say, oh, Julio, well, that encouraging, motivation thing that you do, that's your thing. That's not my thing. Well, how do you know it's not your thing if you're not doing it? How do you know it's not your thing if you've never tried it? Your story can change somebody's life. I don't care who you are. Your story can impact somebody. That's something that I've learned in this. You know, by far, there's people paying attention. There's always somebody watching you. They might not tell you. That's it. That's the thing. They're not, you have so many people lurking on your page right now, each and every one of you. It's not even funny. You got so many people lurking, so many people that are following you closely. You know, not everybody's vocalizing that. That's it. Whose lives do you get to change today? That's how I look at it. From a business perspective and from a personal perspective at the same time. You know, it's all intertwined together. Everything that I do, whether it be my personal Facebook page, my business page, or me reaching out to somebody on Messenger, me sending a text message to somebody, my communication across the board with man is in that context. Whose lives do I get to change today? Who do I get to impact today? You know?
That's why it's important to speak out on here and just say what's on your mind. I'm one to speak of that because I didn't do that for the first quite a while. And then I started to, and you know, Sherry just messaged me, hey, what was that called again? And if I can get one person to watch that, that's awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead, Vanita.
Hey, I agree with what Julio's saying. You know, every day I wake up and it's like, okay, Lord, I'm going to cross these paths today. I need the words. I need the words that are going to impact, because it is that I want to look forward to, you know, and I do look forward to getting up and, you know, who am I going to impact today? Who am I going to encounter today that needs a word, whether I'm up or I'm down? And how am I going to change my thought processes to be able to have that word at the tip of my tongue and hear when that word is coming, right? Because so many times we miss it. We miss the mark. And we get so, how you said, Thomas, we have all these blocks, you know, and until we really, you know, people don't understand because they have those blocks. But until we begin to tear down those barriers and those walls of the mind, you know, the word also says, gird up the loins of the mind so that, you know, your mind is strong and you're protected. But to allow it to bring in those things that are good, you know, so you can turn around and give them out. So yeah, absolutely. Like Julio says, I look forward to getting up in my day. You know, I kind of feel like Superwoman or Xena. You know, actually, I had a word spoken over me one time, and they referenced me as Xena in my spiritual realm. But anyways,
Warrior Princess, watch out!
I know, guys. What's up? You know, it's just that. It's being ready. It's being prepared. It's no matter what I'm going through. If I see that downtrodden look on somebody, I want to be prepared to say, "Hey, my sister. Hey, my brother. What's up? What's going on? Oh, I'm okay. No, tell me what's going on." And be able to break that and see. Because you know what, guys? Some of us have the gift to be able to see past what we see, what the natural eye will allow us to see. And when people tell us it's nothing, we know it is. It's totally, that's a lie. It's a lie. So we need to be able to speak life and be ready. You know, be ready to speak life into somebody every day. Every day. That's all.
Yes, thank you. Speak it out every day. Speak your heart every day. You know, what are you going to bring to the table? I love it. Yes. Brother Ricky, you had something?
Yeah, I'm dodging my boss right now, but it's all good. Yeah, man, it's just we're all so aligned. I can feel the energy. It's the ripple effect, as it says behind you, the ripple movement. And I was actually thinking about the same thing about the heal that was suggested on Netflix yesterday. I'm in the process due to Ryan watching One Strange Rock, and I've even got my kids. They don't even watch Garfield or anything on Netflix. They said, "Let's watch your movie, Daddy." I was like, "Yeah, we're going to get back into it. I'm glad y'all are interested." So that movie, One Strange Rock, it's amazing. And the next one right after I get done with this is going to be Heal. I didn't know exactly what it had to do with, but if it's valuable to anybody within our family, I'm going to watch it. You know, it's such an inspiration, and we just pump each other up. And that's basically all I had. I'm grateful for today, and we're just sharing. I'm grateful for JJ sharing our Zoom on to his Facebook page. I shared it onto my page to bring more value to us and what inspires us. You already know the books that we read. So anyway, that's what I wanted to add to the conversation. And y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Brother Ricky. Yes, value from the entire community around the world that's passed out on a day-to-day basis within here. And just to bring in the motivation and bringing the energy to the table of just to make sure that you're walking out of this today with a smile on your face. Because when you walk out of here with a smile on your face, it's going to shift the entire day out there. And knowing that you have the power within to be able to do the things that you want to do. So you have control over the thoughts. It was brought out today. You know that is not going to be built, and anything that you're working on is not going to happen overnight. So whether it's a self-development within you, building a business, working for a career path, moving up, it's not going to happen overnight. So we're going to take every day one day at a time. And then also, like you said, with the thought processes, taking control of that. The words that you give to yourself, start shifting that. So then we had the new habits come out today on how you can shift your habits from the old to just a little bit of new. And we're not looking at 365-degree shift, people. That much is all you have to shift. And it starts right here. Well, let's say a 6-inch shift. 6 inch from here to here. So you're going to start thinking from the heart. And you're going to start bringing that out here before you think, so you're going to think from the heart before you speak it. Because we don't want to do that knee-jerk reaction of breaking people down anymore. You're going to come from the heart, and you're going to bring uplifting words to any situations, to anybody, and whatever conversation is going on. You bring the uplifting words to bring their vibration to a whole different plane.
Thomas, the word actually says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So we must be cautious of what we say. The word says that. Look, no joke, I use that to call people on their shit quite often. When they say something and they go, well, I didn't really mean that. No, that's exactly what you meant, because that's what came out. Now, there's a difference. You can tell when somebody has a Freudian slip, when it slips and they say the wrong thing, and it's like, no, they correct themselves. It might sound the same or something like that. But when somebody says something, a lot of times they really meant it. It was just, it kind of, they didn't want to, oh, I'm sorry that it was so impacting for you. That's why they have that reaction. But out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So we have to be very intentional about what comes out of here. So whatever's in your heart, as a man thinketh, so is he. It's the same concept. Whatever's in you will come out. It's going to come out one way or another. So make sure the right thing is in you. So that way the right thing comes out.
Yeah. Carol, you had something, baby?
Yeah, I was listening to a motivational speaker that a little girl at work told me about this morning, and it falls into this exact same line. He was talking about meditation, but what he was saying is we need to allow all of our good thoughts and all of our bad thoughts, because that's our vibrations trying to tell us something. And we need to listen to all of those, and we need to stop labeling them. You don't label them a good thought or a bad thought. You allow them all in. You take them into consideration, and that allows you to release everything so that you can meditate and be clear-minded. So embrace every thought you have. Don't label them as good or bad. And release the stuff that is not productive to you and hold on to the stuff that is. And in the long run, you'll be able to observe clearly everything around you.
That's it. Bringing the clarity to you. Being the one that is in control of the filing cabinet that you're bringing in those thoughts in. That's the way I kind of look at it. I open up a filing cabinet and then I pick out the thoughts that I want to think about for a second or not. Then I close that filing cabinet. Like she's saying, that filing cabinet, you're going to open it up and then you'll put all the thoughts in it and say, okay, when I get into my meditation state, let's think about all right, is that one good? No, delete. All right. Oh, that one. Okay, we'll put it in this file. Oh, delete. All right. And it's a choice that you get to make all day for the thought processes. I love it. Yes. All right. It's been a good day, guys. Miss Shiloh is out today, so we're just going to wrap this one up. It has been a good day, good energy, good conversations all across the board. So a lot of new things that have been brought out to the table today that you can now take and process and see how you want to shift your life just as well. And if you're looking for more, then all you need to do is just reach out to one of us. My name is Thomas Warden. We have Julio Reyes. We have Michael. We have Angie. We have Carol. We have Ricky. We have Benita. We got Sherry, Scott, Stephanie, Tim, Sean, Ryan, and Roger. Everybody that you see on the screen right now, anybody can assist you in any shape, form, or fashion. So if you're wanting something different within your life, all you have to do is just reach out to somebody, and I promise you, we will all be able to shift you in a direction that will motivate you and guide you to what makes you happy in life. So this is recorded on the Thomas Warden YouTube channel. So if you're looking for any more motivation channels or shows that you want to watch, we record Monday through Fridays, and then we bring this back to the table on the YouTube. So that way people that are at work or in different time zones across the country that need to watch this. So thank you, everybody that has participated this morning and brought back some knowledge and tips and tricks and spent their time with us. I love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. Have an awesome, beautiful day.